Okay, I think we can start. Welcome and thank you for attending our webinar on New Sales User 101, where we are going to talk about codes and opportunities. This is a question I get from most of my customers, how to use codes and opportunities effectively to drive sales and improve forecasting. Um, in this session, we'll dive into the purpose and functionality of codes and opportunities, how they relate to each other, and the best practices for leveraging them to streamline your sales process and close deals more efficiently. Just a quick introduction for those of you who don't know me. My name is Kodruca and I'm a CSM here at Prospect, and my role is to make sure you get the most value out of your system, and I will be guiding you through today's session. Um, let's take a quick look at what we'll be covering in today's session. We've broken it down into 4 key areas to give you a complete understanding of how effectively use codes and opportunities in your sales process. First, we'll start with creating a code, where I'll walk you through the steps to set up a code. Next, we'll move on to building and using pipelines that work. Here, we'll explore how to create a sales pipeline that's not just a tracker, but a strategic tool to help you manage and advance deals through the sales cycle. Then we'll cover converting opportunities from lead to deal. This is where we'll discuss the critical steps in nurturing a lead, turning it into a viable opportunity, and finally closing it as a successful deal. And finally, we'll wrap up with using dashboards to spot sales opportunities. I'll show you how to use dashboards to get a clear real-time view of your pipeline and identify opportunities that might need attention or have high potential. Now that we've outlined what we will covering today, I want to talk about what you walk away with by the end of this session. So these are practical benefits that you will be able to implement immediately to make a significant impact on your CRM data and sales process. First, we have Simplify Your Sales Process, where together we will discover how to efficiently use codes and opportunities to reduce complexity and create a more streamlined sales workflow from start to finish. The second practical benefit is to enhance pipeline efficiency, where you can learn to build and manage a sales pipeline that helps you focus on the most important deals, ensures no opportunities are overlooked, and keeps your team aligned on priorities. And another benefit is unlock more sales opportunities, where you can explore how to use dashboards to identify key opportunities and take proactive steps to close deals faster and more effectively. Um, and now we will go straight to our demo account. So what I'm going to do is to taking you through into a demo, and just for anybody that hasn't joined our demo before or seen a demo, in our system we use the jam making products. So you will see a lot of references to jam in our system. This is our demo account. And we will start by creating a code. The first option is a really quick code, like you're kind of ready to send it out almost instantly, which in that case is going to be a sales order created under a contact. How we are going to do that? First, you find the company. In this case, for me, it's Mary Berry Limited. We are going straight to contact section, and I'm just going to choose one of my contacts, Paul. Then on the right-hand corner, we are going to click on the plus button, and from drop-down, we will choose sales order and hit create. As you can see, this is when you know what products they are going to get. There's going to be no back and forth with the customer. You just need to put it on the system and add all the necessary information. For example, what products do you need? um, uh, the quantity, the price, if you want to offer any discount, customer of order reference, and the status. Once all this is completed, just click confirm. If we click confirm again, it's gonna work. And now our sales order is waiting to be confirmed. Then you've got the other option. If it's going to be more of a discussion, or maybe it's a bit more of the project, you might have multiple codes under there. So that's when you create an opportunity. Again, this opportunity needs to be created under a contact, same as I did it for sales order. So here we have our contact, Paul, and we are going to create an opportunity underneath him. For that, we need to click on the plus icon in the top right-hand corner and click on the opportunity from the drop-down. The first information here that we need to input is the description. This is going to be detailing exactly what we would be selling to this particular customer. For example, I'm gonna write here blueberry and strawberry jam. Below this, you can see we get the option to choose the salesperson. So this will be the contact within the CRM that will be looking after this particular cell. I will choose me in this case. You then choose the option to use your pipeline. You have, for example, customer respond codes, and this includes 4 different statuses. Um, and then finally, it could be won or canceled or closed. After you are happy with this, just click create. So this is then where you would add in all the information. You can change the status, set up a follow-up task for the salesperson, use the gutometer where you can set how likely is that this will go through, like let's say 25% or 50%. Now that we created this opportunity, if we click on codes, here is where you are creating from this code. And here, as you can see, you also got 2 options. You can either create a subcode, and what this is going to do, it's going to create a code underneath this opportunity, which means that you are going to have 2 records. This option is to consider in case that you think you're going to have multiple codes for this opportunity. The other option is for when you think is going to be one code and fairly quick. You would then click convert to a code, and this is going to convert it into a simple code. And by doing this, you'll see instead of creating a new record, it like merges the opportunity into a code. So now we are on the entry page. So as you can see here, it's a code, it's just one record. But if we go to details, you've got things like your activity timeline, you've got your gutometer, which are all opportunity field. As you can see, this is different from a sales order, because a sales order is nice and quick, where you don't have email communication, no further discussion with the customer, whereas this is for when you still want to save notes and have emails, but it's just going to be one code and done. Reason why customers tend to prefer this kind of quick, simple coding, and I refer here to the part where you convert the opportunity to a code, because it's just a bit easier to manage and you've got it all in one area. You don't need to go back and forth. So yeah, that's the difference between those two. Now we are going to have a look on how to build and use these pipelines. Opportunity pipelines are essentially funnels or journeys which should depict your sales opportunity process. When you set this up, you can choose the order in which your statuses should appear for each pipeline, so that your teams can take the right actions at the right time. Okay, so for that, we have to go to Settings on the left menu and then click on the System Settings. Now, on the top right-hand corner of your screen, we are going to search for pipeline. And here we will want to choose opportunity pipeline because this is what we want to create. So as you can see, we have quite a few options already here from previous demos, but that's not relevant. What I want to show you here is how you can edit one of your existing opportunity pipelines. So for that, you need to click on the pencil icon. And the sidebar will appear where you can edit current statuses within the opportunity pipelines. But let's say in case you want to create a new opportunity pipeline, you just have to click on the plus icon in the top right-hand corner. And here you will be asked to give the new opportunity a description. Let's put as an example, repeat James cell. Once you're happy with this, just click create. And before you click create, just make sure this is relevant to the sales opportunity that the pipeline will be used for. And now we are just going to click create. So your new pipeline will be added to the list of the opportunity pipelines, as you can see. And now to edit the newly created pipeline, we have to click on the pencil icon. To add a new opportunity status to the pipeline, we have to click on the plus icon from the status or closing statuses section, depending on what type of status you are adding. Let's click on opportunity status. And here you'll be presented with a list of statuses that are already set up within the CRM. If you wish to add a new status that, if you wish to add a status that already exists to your pipeline, you just simply have to select the required statuses from here. But if you wish to create a new status, we have to click on the Manage List button. Okay. And to add in a new opportunity status, click on the plus icon on the right-hand side, which is here. You'll then be asked to give the new opportunity status a description. Again, make sure that this is relevant as possible for all CRM users, and it's a good description of what the status should be used for. I'm going to use, just as an example, unqualified. And once you're happy with it, just click create. Now you've created one of your opportunity statuses. You'll need to choose some additional preference for the status by clicking on the pencil icon. So you can see we created unqualified here and click on the pencil icon next to it. Okay, the below side panel will appear with some additional drop-down menus for you to configure. And here we have task required. In the CRM, you can ensure users take ownership of a record by setting them a task at a particular status in the pipeline. Then we have closed state. If the status is going to be a closed status, such as sold or lost, then ensure this is selected. Then we have status outcome. For reporting purposes, you can choose whether the status is a positive, neutral, or negative outcome. Then we have the gutometer. If you'd like the gutometer to be updated to a specific value when an opportunity is moved to the status, add this here. Then we have allow editing. You can choose whether the opportunity once in this particular status can be edited, read only, or only admin users can edit. Then we have obsolete. If you no longer need a status, you can choose to mark it as obsolete, meaning that users will no longer be able to choose the status from the dropdown. And then we have status detail. Status detail can be helpful when further further clarifying the current status. For example, lost doesn't really explain why this opportunity fell through, so you may include status detail options like lost to competitor, lost due to practice. Um, and once you're happy with your amendments, click away from the side panel and your changes will be saved. Um, just a quick note here, you'll need to follow this process to create every single status. Now, all we need to do is to add opportunity statuses to an opportunity pipeline. And now, to go back to the opportunity pipeline setting option, simply we have to close the configure option status window. Now you've created the opportunity pipeline and statuses, you'll need to add in the required statuses by clicking the plus icon on the right-hand side of the status heading, which is right here. And here you'll be presented with a list of all the activity status you currently have configured within the CRM. And here you can select the statuses you wish to add to the opportunity pipeline by simply ticking the boxes next to them. And let's choose a few of them. And once you're happy with your choices, click Update. Now they've been added to the opportunity pipeline. You can then drag and drop the statuses into the desired sequence. The status at the top of the list will be the first to appear in the pipeline. So let's say awaiting PO, in sales process, and push for close. And finally, you'll need to add in your closing statuses by clicking the plus icon on the right-hand side of the closing status section. And lost and let's say canceled. Update. And now you're all set. You've now created opportunity statuses and added this into a new opportunity pipeline. Customer-facing teams can now use this when managing a sales opportunity. For the last topic in our agenda for today's webinar, we have to see how can we use dashboards to spot sales opportunities. For that, we are going to go to the dashboard from the menu. And first, we have to go to our account manager dashboard. And here you can go through missing orders and customer trend. So they can be used in conjunction with each other, because generally if you're looking and you've got declining customers who are also missing orders, then that's a really easy place to spot. You can say, oh, I need to reach out to this customer because they are missing an order and they are not spending with me as much. You might also want then maybe go through a sales rep dashboard, because here you have more data on pipelines that you created. This is so then you can see, currently I've got this much amount of money in this status. And this also helps to make sure that you are prioritizing which codes you are working on, because obviously prioritizing is a really key step to like actually getting the order done. Now we are going to go back to our presentation. And please remember the 3 key benefits that we have discussed. You will be able to implement it immediately to make a significant impact on your CRM data, simplify your sales process, enhance pipeline efficiency, and unlock more sales opportunities. I honestly hope you found this session valuable. And now we can go straight to the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please add them into the chat. And if I don't have the answer to that right now, I will do some research and follow up with you after the webinar. Let's see if we have any questions. Okay, we have one question. If I want to propose to my customer different product options or pricing scenarios, do I use subcode button? Yes, you will use that. And the advantage of using a subcode under an opportunity is that it allows you to create multiple codes related to the same opportunity without generating separate records. This is very useful. You have different product options or pricing scenarios to propose to the customer. It keeps basically everything organized under one opportunity, so you can track all the codes and their progress in one place. Um, it makes it easier to manage, and you can ensure that all communication and updates are tied under the same opportunity. Okay, if there are no any other questions, we will close this session. But please make sure to go to our webinars page where you can see the upcoming webinars. You can register to them, but you can also see the previous ones. So yeah, this was it for today. I want to thank you for attending this session and have a great day.